You see, being a therian isn't just about identifying as an animal. There's a much darker, much more complicated reality that almost nobody talks about. Today, we reveal the 7 darkest facts that will make you question everything you thought about you knew about being a therian. Yes, we'll be digging deep into the psychology, the physical pain, and the genuine existential horror of what it actually means to be a therian. And we'll start with the fact that could have actually happened to you. Fact number 1. Your twitches are actually a form of inner animal expression. Have you ever felt a sudden sharp twitch in your upper lip, your ears, or maybe at the base of your spine? Well, to a non-therian, it's just a muscle spasm. But for us, it's something much deeper, called vestigial firing. See, in the animal kingdom, these micro movements are how creatures communicate or sense the wind. The dark reality is that your brain still carries those exact same blueprints and keeps sending primal electrical signals to move muscles that humans lost millions of years ago. So that itch, that spark under your skin, it's not a random spasm. It's your mind trying to morph, and your human DNA is the only thing stopping it. But as strange as it is for the body to move on its own, it's even more terrifying when the mind starts remembering things it shouldn't. This brings us to fact number 2. You experience death echoes. Do you have an unexplained fear of deep water? A birthmark that looks like a scar? Or a terror of fire that makes no sense in your human life? If so, you're likely experiencing a death echo. Well, the theory is that the strongest memories are formed during trauma. As a result, many therians do carry a visceral, physical memory of how they died in a past existence. So that sharp pain in your side that comes out of nowhere, that suffocation you feel when you sleep on your back, that might not be a random pain. That might be a memory of your final moment. Fact number 3. The feral call is real. We all love nature, but for a therian, it's not just love. It's a dangerous magnetic pull known as the feral call. It's that strong urge where you'll look at a dense, dangerous forest and feel a genuine, overwhelming urge to walk in and never come back. And no, this isn't suicidal. It's about homing. Well, the dark reality here is that your survival instincts are inverted. A human sees a warm house as safety and the dark woods as danger. But you see the house as a cage and the freezing woods as home. Fighting the urge to literally abandon civilization is a daily battle that non-therians will never understand. Moving to fact number 4. Shifts can be a total blackout. There is a dark overlap between intense mental shifts and clinical disassociation, leading to what some call blackout shifts. In fact, there are real accounts of therians shifting in unsafe places, near roads, or steep drops, and losing their human judgment for a few critical seconds. Yes, when the animal brain takes over, you might literally forget that a 10-foot drop will break human legs. You might forget that a car is a 2-ton death machine, not a predator you can dodge. So the darker fact here is that for some, the shift isn't an escape. It's a total blackout. And waking up from that, it's terrifying. Now, pay attention, because the next fact is one of the most astonishing biological glitches reported in the therian community. Fact number 5. Your heart rate is synchronized by your inner animal. Many therians report that during a deep mental shift, their heart rate doesn't just speed up. Its rhythm actually changes to mimic their theriotype. So if your theriotype is a small, high metabolism prey animal, your heart rate might skyrocket into a frantic blur. On the flip side, if you're a large predator, You might feel your pulse become slow, heavy, and methodical. Biologically, it's a unique physical strain that proves your shift isn't just in your head. It's a total systemic takeover. Fact number 6, the predator gaze phenomenon. Have you ever been told you stare too much? Or that your eye contact is intense or creepy? Well, this is what we call the predator gaze. While the human world calls staring rude, in the animal kingdom, especially for carnivores, it is a hunting tactic. So if you find yourself doing this, it means you've stopped looking at people's faces and started subconsciously tracking their kill spots, like throat, wrists, and hands. Yes, the dark reality is that you aren't just looking at your friends. Your brain is actively simulating how to hunt them, and you're doing it without even blinking. And here is the final fact, the one that will make everything else fall apart. Fact number 7. Your dreams signal something deeper. For most people, dreams are just blurry and confusing. But for therians, shift dreams are often sharper, clearer, and more real than waking life. In those dreams, you feel the grass under your paws. You feel the wind in your fur. And you have full, vivid sensory clarity. Now, this leads to a terrifying realization. What if that is the reality? What if your waking human life is the dream, and those shifts are the only time you are actually awake? Well, if your dreams feel more like home than your house does, you have your answer. Lastly, if you felt a chill during any of these points, stop scrolling and stop doubting. Normal humans don't feel the feral call. Normal humans don't carry death echoes. You aren't crazy. You're just waking up. So which of these darkest facts hit you the hardest? Tell me in the comments below.